In the early 2000s, my very favorite TV show was The West Wing. And one episode from the second season, the Christmas episode, entitled Noel, just in case anybody else is as much of a fan as I am, it featured the following story that has always stuck with me. I'll share it with you now with a little tweaking considering our setting. The story goes like this. A man is walking down the street and falls into a hole. The walls of this hole are so steep that he cannot get out. A doctor passes by, and the man shouts up, "Hey, you, can you help me out?" The doctor writes him a prescription, hands it down the hole, and walks away. Then, lest you think we're only picking on doctors here, a rabbi comes along, and the man shouts up, "Rabbi, I'm down in this hole. Can you please help me out?" The rabbi writes out a prayer and hands it down into the hole and walks away. Then a friend walks by. "Hey, Shmuel, it's me. Can you help me out?" the man cries up from the hole, and the friend jumps down into the hole. Our man says, "Are you crazy, Shmuel? Now we're both down here." And the friend answers, "Yeah, but I've been down here before, and I know the way out." There are a few morals of this story, the digs at certain professionals notwithstanding. One is, of course, that it takes no special degree or education or job to help someone in a time of need. In fact, it is in our capacity as caring individuals, as friends and family and loved ones, that we can best be of support to others, especially when they're down in deep holes. And it is only when we position ourselves with heart first, whether in our professional or our personal lives, that we can truly be guiding lights for others. And according to Aaron Sorkin, the writer of The West Wing, who is clearly informed by his Jewish tradition, for he is an MOT, that's a member of the tribe, that is the proper posture. Lead with compassion. But there is another related lesson that we have to dig a little deeper for in order to get, and it is about storytelling. There is nothing so fortifying or that gives us such an opportunity for helping and sharing as being able to listen to someone's story and then being able to share our own. Imagine the liberation of the trapped man in the story when his friend says, "I understand where you are. I've been down here before too. There is a way out. I've seen it with my own eyes." Nothing could be more powerful than someone who has undergone a difficult life experience helping another person through a similar experience by sharing a story. This week's parashah tells us of the final plagues that God brought upon the Egyptians in an effort to convince, or to coerce even, Pharaoh to set the Israelites free from slavery. And next week, we'll read about the parting of the Red Sea, the final miracle that allowed the Israelites to be reborn as free people. All of these miraculous events, the Torah notes, take place before the eyes of the Israelites. This phrase, "before their very eyes," is repeated several times. These events don't just happen, they are experiences that forever change the people who live through them. The darkness that descends upon Egypt terrifies everyone, and when the light comes again, then and only then can the Israelites say, "We've seen the darkness, and we know that it doesn't last forever." Standing with their backs against the Red Sea, as they will next week, looking at Pharaoh's army approaching, must have been the most horrific moment in the history of our people up to that point. And then they witness the sea part before them, and this inspires their faith in God and in tomorrow. What we learn throughout the Torah is that seeing and experiencing results in strength and results in faith and in unimpeachable knowledge about what is possible, about the miracles that define our very existence, for we have seen it and experienced it. Sight and experience generate faith, and result in strength, and can breed compassion for others who are hurting. A remarkable moment occurs at the end of our Torah. Moses tells the Israelites in one of his final speeches to remember the things that they have seen and to communicate what they have seen to others. This is their mandate as they enter the promised land. But a surprising detail is that Moses is giving this instruction, this storytelling instruction, to people who have not actually seen those same miracles. The Israelites who are about to enter the promised land at the end of the Torah are a different generation than the ones who were in slavery and the ones who crossed the sea. How did they know what is true and possible? What inspires their faith and calms their fears at this moment? How does this new generation have the strength to face the challenges before them? They know because others have told them. They know because of the sharing of stories. And even though they have never seen such a miraculous event as the parting of the Red Sea, someone they love has jumped down in the hole and said to them, "I know the way out." We do not wish for hardship. We try to sidestep disaster at every opportunity. If we have a chance to walk around those big holes and breathe a sigh of relief when we dodge them, we take it. But each of us, at some point or another, tumbles down that hole from which it seems impossible to climb out. Sometimes we fall really hard into that hole. I know that there are many in our chapel, even tonight, who find themselves in such a hole right now, reeling from the loss of loved ones, from painful diagnoses, from the weight of depression or anxiety, from the challenging circumstances of everyday life. And there are many more who are not here tonight, who find themselves in holes of all shapes and sizes, and more often than not, we all suffer privately. We have seen all sorts of sights in the past year. We have seen joy and we've seen suffering. We have known victory and defeat. We have experienced laughter and tears. And we have fallen down and been helped out again. But what comes through from our Torah portion is that the sharing of our experiences is powerful. Once we have witnessed a miracle, big or small, we will always believe in it. And if we share that story, others can be strengthened by it as well. So as we enter this secular new year, let us look back. Let us mine 2013 for the miracles of daily living, the resilience of our suffering loved one, the laughter of a new baby, the warmth of an unexpected embrace, the perseverance and ingenuity that we never knew we possessed, a moment when we felt close to God. Those are the stories we must remember. Those are the stories we must share. They are the miracles of our lives. Those are the miracles that we must put before each other's eyes, because that is how we become a community. So no matter who is in the deep, dark hole, one of us is ready to jump down into it and say, "I've been down here before, and I know the way out. Let me show you." And that is our prayer for this 2014. Amen.